Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking the ultimate 2026 guide to CPAP machines. If you've just been prescribed one of these devices, you already know the medical jargon can feel like a total maze. And honestly, the machines themselves can look incredibly intimidating, like you're literally strapping in to co-pilot a fighter jet. But don't worry, my goal today is to cut through all that overwhelming information and give you a clear, comforting path toward a better night's rest using exactly what the data tells us. So, you're feeling completely overwhelmed by all the CPAP options out there, right? Well, if you're exhausted from untreated sleep apnea and stressed out about shopping for a medical device, take a deep breath. We're going to dive into exactly how this technology works, and more importantly, the choices that truly count for your comfort. No fluff, just what actually matters. Section 1. How CPAP machines work. The basics of your therapy. Let's get right into it. At its core, CPAP simply stands for continuous positive airway pressure. Basically, the machine takes normal room air, pressurizes it, and pushes a steady stream right through a mask to keep your airway open while you sleep. That is the baseline. And by keeping that airway open, it effectively reduces those awful daytime fatigue symptoms, the loud snoring, and all those long-term health risks. I absolutely love this visualization from the source material. It describes that gentle, constant pressure as acting like an air splint. Think of that airstream as an invisible pneumatic splint literally holding the soft tissue at the back of your throat open, so it just can't collapse and block your breathing. It's incredibly simple physical mechanics at work. And you know what's really interesting? The hardware is actually super straightforward. A complete setup has just 4 simple replaceable parts. First, you've got the machine itself, housing the motor and pressure system. Second is the humidifier, which adds moisture so you aren't breathing bone-dry air. Third is the tubing, and fourth is the mask. Every single one of these parts is replaceable, and each plays a massive role in your overall comfort. You're not just buying a box off a shelf. You're building a tailored, 4-part system. Section 2. Choosing the right type. Finding your perfect fit. Out in the wild, you're going to encounter 4 main types of machines, each mapped directly to a specific lifestyle or clinical need. You have fixed CPAP for stable, well-defined pressure needs. Then there's APAP, or auto CPAP, which honestly is best for most people, especially if your needs vary by position or sleep stage. BiPAP, or bi-level, is a step up for higher pressure needs or if you have trouble exhaling against pressure. And finally, travel CPAP units, perfect for frequent travelers or if you just need a portable second unit. Your medical provider will guide you for sure, but these are the structural categories you're choosing from. Now, for most buyers, the real decision comes down to fixed CPAP versus APAP. Fixed CPAP is the original design. It delivers one constant pressure, exactly as set by your prescription. But APAP? That is the most common modern choice for a reason. It automatically adjusts the pressure, breath by breath, within a set range. It responds to your breathing in real time, making it a much more forgiving and comfortable choice if your prescription allows it. Section 3. Features that actually matter. Insider knowledge for long-term comfort. Listen, this is the part of the buying process most people skip, and then they severely regret it later. These are the features that win or lose long-term use. You absolutely want an integrated heated humidifier to stop that cold, dry air. You need heated tubing to reduce rainout, which is that annoying condensation that can actually spit water onto your face. Look for pressure relief on exhale, usually called EPR or flex, so you're not fighting a wind tunnel when you breathe out. A ramp feature is a total game changer because it starts the pressure low to help you fall asleep gently. And finally, data tracking via an app, which you'll probably need for fine-tuning and for your insurance. Oh, and if you're terrified of sounding like Darth Vader and keeping your partner awake all night, let me ease your mind with this number, 25 to 30 dBA. That is the noise level of modern machines. To put that into perspective, that's roughly the volume of a whisper. Device noise is virtually a non-issue with today's tech, so you can cross that worry right off your list. Section 4. Prescriptions, costs, and insurance. Demystifying the red tape. Since these are FDA-regulated medical devices here in the US, you can't just click Add to Cart on a whim. The purchasing journey is a mandatory but very simple 3-step checklist. Step 1, get a diagnosis through a sleep study. And hey, that can often be done right in your own home now. Step 2, obtain a valid prescription. And Step 3, purchase your specific setup. Once someone walks you through it, it's a very straightforward path. Let's talk numbers, shall we? The financial reality is these machines range from a few $100 up to around $1,000. With those auto-adjusting APAP models usually costing a bit more. Cash pay is super straightforward, but throwing insurance into the mix definitely changes your out-of-pocket costs based on your deductible. And here is a massive takeaway to remember. You must always budget for the ongoing replacement of consumable supplies. Masks, cushions, filters, they all wear out and need regular replacing over the years. Finally, Section 5, Side Effects and Safety, Reassurance for your first few nights. Look, early side effects are incredibly normal and they are rarely a reason to throw in the towel. The great news is almost every common issue has a direct, super simple fix. Waking up with a dry mouth or nose? Just turn on that heated humidifier. Getting red mask marks or feeling a bit claustrophobic? Try resizing the mask, changing the style, or switching up the cushion type. Feeling like you're fighting the pressure or swallowing air? Just turn on the pressure relief or use that ramp feature we talked about. The people who succeed with CPAP just dial in their setup early, using these exact fixes. Safety first, always. Before you buy anything, check for active device recalls. You've probably heard about the widely known Philips Respironics issue recently, which involved their sound abatement foam. The big takeaway here? Just confirm that your specific model and serial number are totally unaffected. Stick to trusted suppliers and current models, and you'll be fine. So here's my final question for you. Are you ready to get diagnosed and take the first step toward better sleep? Now that you actually understand the mechanics, the costs, and how to dial in the comfort features, what is holding you back from booking a quick consult with a sleep coach? You do not have to spend a third of your life fighting for air. Take the step, look at your options, and finally claim the restorative sleep you absolutely deserve. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and here's to a better night's rest.